guess I'm trying to figure out how to get it to work. Okay, what did I get? I spent like 140 bucks. Sorry, going through it now. A lovely reproduction photo of Blind Lemon Jefferson. $10. That's not terrible. I got this little Ricardio. This is like a guy playing guitar. I don't even know. It sounds shitty. I have to listen to it better. These audio discs, I got 2 of them. They ended up being like cut from other records, I think, which is strange. They're like dubs. I don't know. It's like a choir. It's like a high school choir and band. It's weird, but it's cool. What is this? This is a Pickard Family record. Kitty Wells is on this, and then Old Grey Goose is Dead. That's not terrible. This really, really early single-sided Columbia. I think this is from 1901 or 02. I don't know. And then I got these 8-inch, like, vertical. I thought they were 7-inch Columbias when I found them, but they're not. They're like, what's on them? This has a version of Wild Irish Rose on it. Fuck. I don't even, Military. It says band. No idea who's on it. It's kind of like, I did some research. These are like Parakeet, I think, on the same level as Parakeet or Operaphone. I got an Operaphone record too. But yeah, these are very, very hard to find, supposedly. So it's cool that I got them all for like $1 each. There's more. Come Along With Me, James Hall. No idea who James Hall is. What's on this? Liberty Bell, 2-Step, and Encore Band. It looks suspiciously like 7-inch Columbias. And then this is an Operaphone. Oh, Promise Me. I don't know who Pickney Tenor is. American Patrol. These are all like mid to late 1910s, so that's kind of cool. This is a scroll from the 30s with Big Spiderbeck on it. It's very clean. 23,000 series. I think these are kind of rare. So that's cool. I've not heard either this side, so I have no idea. Maybe it'll be cool. I don't know. Widow Julie. This is Ada Jones and Len Spencer. This is... I'll tell you what. I never thought I'd find a Climax in person. But I did. The other side has Vaudeville Rehearsal. This is... What's his fucking name? It's not George Graham. It's... I don't know. What's his name? He's on the other side of Cohen on the Telephone. I have Cohen on the Telephone with me, but I'm not going to get up and look. I don't care. I don't care. This is a patent label Victor from 1912, I want to say. 1913. It's Arthur Collins. It's kind of beat, but it'll probably play okay. Eddie Morton is on it. The Singing Cop, they called him. Now we're getting into pre-war country. Vernon Dalhart, Carson Robinson. I got a lot of perfects. You can see like the red. Some of these are Vocalion, but I don't know. Barbara Allen. I haven't heard any of these, but, you know, it's probably good. There's dance band stuff on these too. Bob Massey, is it? I heard a video Chase did the other day. He was talking about this guy, but I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. It's Massey or Macy. But this is probably like pop or something. I thought it was country when I found it, but I don't know. I don't know. This is Dance Band of Mickey Guy's Hottentots. Two-Tone Tessie. Chicken. Oh, it's this is Harry Reeser. It's Tom Stax is on it. Okay. That's cool. Singing in the Rain, Frank Ferrera. This is from 1929. It doesn't look that bad. I was excited about this one. I streamed it for a couple days. I don't hate this version, but if I had to choose between this and like a dance band one, I'd pick something like that. I'm not trying to dig on the Hawaiian stuff because it's not bad. But I don't know. Ted Fiorito. Then You've Never Been Blue. What's the other side of this? On Candlelight Lane, Indiana Wants Me Home Again. I have no idea when this is from. This is 1929 or 1930. It looks clean. It's probably a good song. Arrival of British Troops in France, Part 1. This is some kind of weird like World War I thing. I have no idea. And then Part 2. I don't even know who's on this. I've never heard this before. There was a record that came out in 1917, I think, called The Arrival of American Troops in France. And I know that Arthur Collins is on that, Henry Burr is on that, Charles Prince is on that, everybody with Columbia is on that. I have that record too, so it's kind of cool that I have this. This is Moving Day. This is a Bob Roberts version. There's a racial slur there. I have a copy of this on Harmony, I think. It's about as worn as this one. Maybe I can get it to clean up though. It's cool to have. I've never seen one on this, what do you call it? I guess like you call them magic notes. This is Cal Stewart. I'm old, but I'm awfully tough. Here's another electric Columbia. College Medley Foxtrot, the Big Ten. This is some Guy Lombardo college thing. I don't know. I listened to this a few weeks ago online, and I thought it was really boring. Maybe it's not that bad, but I have no idea. You're Responsible by Muriel Johnson. I have no idea. This is probably really, really good. Like, oh, this is probably so good. With You, With Me, but I've never heard of this. From talkie hit for motion picture, Tanned Legs. This is from a pre-code movie called Tanned Legs. I don't know. Here's Sidewalks of New York. This is a Shannon Quartet version. I like this a lot. I'm glad that this copy is clean. The other side, Maggie Murphy's Home. I haven't heard this. It's probably good. The Shannon Quartet and the Revelers were like the same guys. And I don't think enough people realize that. I was thinking about that earlier. Lay Me Down to Sleep in Carolina, Nat Shilkret. I might actually already have this. It Made You Happy when... Yeah, I have this already. Shit. Well, this seems really clean, so maybe I could replace my old copy. I don't know. I Live, I Die for You, The Troubadours with Louis James. Eyes That Love, The Troubadours with Louis James. I haven't heard this. It's clean. It'll probably be good. Here's Paul Whiteman's version of Somebody Loves Me. This is one of my favorite Gershwin songs. I was really, really excited to pull this, especially since it's relatively clean. First time I heard this was in the movie Rhapsody in Blue, which I think sucks. Rhapsody in Blue is like one of the worst biopics I've ever seen. And it's so weird because people who like worked with Gershwin are in the movie playing themselves. Paul Whiteman is in the movie playing himself. Al Jolson is in the movie playing himself. But they just, I don't know. It's weird. They're not being historically accurate at all. It pisses me off because I'm fucking autistic. I don't know. Lonely Little Melody. What's my favorite? I have no idea. Out of this box, I have no idea. There's good shit in here. There's weird shit in here. That's what I live for. Here's a conqueror from the 30s. Birmingham Jail by Dad Pickard of the Pickard family. My foot is getting numb. Holy shit. I forget his real name. I know he had like it was like Bo or something. I don't know. But this is like one of his only solo records without his family. Pickard family was weird. But I have one of their Paramounts from the 30s, and it's like one of my favorite records. This is My Window of Dreams. This is a waltz by Warren's Pennsylvanians. I like Fred Waring a lot. Maybe this isn't bad, actually. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't heard it. I don't like waltzes too much, especially like electric ones, but sometimes they're tolerable. Here's a really, really bright Aeolian Vocalion, probably from 1917, 1918, 1919. I have no idea. Somewhere around there. It's Monroe Silver doing Joe Hayman's Cohen character, which I'm not. I don't like Monroe Silver. I don't like him at all, actually. I think he actually really pisses me off, the way he kind of took Joe Hayman's character and reclaimed it. You know, what makes Joe Hayman doing Cohen so good is that Joe Hayman was Jewish. He grew up around Jewish people. Monroe Silver's a white guy. You know, it just doesn't hit the same. You know, he's not Jewish. He doesn't know Yiddish humor. It's not good. I don't like Monroe Silver, but it's cool that I have another Aeolian Vocalion. This would be like my third one. It's lateral. Yeah, it's lateral. Coon Creek Girls, Old Apple Tree. I don't know when this is like nearing 40s probably. But it's cool because I don't have a lot of conquerors this late, and most of the ones I do have are really shitty. This is probably really good, so I have no idea. I don't have a lot of stuff on Conqueror. Oh, Duke Ellington, Three Little Words, and Ring Them Bells is on this. That's really cool. I dig Ellington a lot, actually. I don't have too much of his stuff, but I don't know. It's cool to have this scroll that doesn't beat to shit. A lot of these are actually in great shape, which I'm really happy about. Stars and Stripes Forever, Columbia band. This is a really early A series Columbia, number A98. This is from. Now, it was probably originally issued in 1908, but because of the font, I'm going to assume 1909 or maybe 1910. But they pressed these for a while. This probably sold like 100,000 copies. It's cool to have something really, really low though, so I'm happy about that. This I was not expecting to find. This is a harmony-sized hole cut into a copy of Alexander's Ragtime Band by Collins and Harlan. I don't have the Columbia version. I've never owned the Columbia version. A lot of people say that the Columbia version is like the classic version and it's like better. I think that's full of shit. I think the Victor's is superior, especially with the B-side too, by Eddie Morton. Who's on the B-side of this? Oh, it's Jones and Van Brunt. Whatever. But yeah, it has a harmony-sized hole cut into it. So, I don't know. I'm probably not going to be able to play it well for a while. It looks beat to shit. But it's interesting to have, I guess. I can tell people about it. This is Pebbles by, I forget how to pronounce it, Paul Beese, I think. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I've never heard someone say it before. But I dig him, and I'm pretty sure I like this song. This is early 20s, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. Fandango. That's cool. Now we're getting to the dime store shit. Here's a lovely red Oriole from 1926, I think. This has Sleepy Time Gal on it. The Missouri Jazz Band it's just one of those like pseudonyms that like a bunch of different groups use. I don't know who's on this. I know I have banners and I have dominoes with this name on it, Missouri Jazz Band, but I have no idea. The other side is In a Cozy Nest for Two. These are both foxtrots. This looks clean. Excuse me. This will probably be worthwhile. Piccolo Pete, Fred Rich, fucking George Beaver. I have no idea what this is. Actually, I remember picking this up because St. Louis Blues by Irving Kaufman and his band. I don't know if this was actually a group that Kaufman decided to form or they just slapped his name on the record for some reason. Kaufman was a singer. He was around for a long time too. I like his interviews that they did in the 70s. There's like a whole album he did like a month before he died. He's really cool. I do really like Irving Kaufman a lot, actually. That's cool to have something unique within on it. Weary Willie, Gay Caballero. That's how they say it on the record. I don't know who uses the Weary Willie pseudonym, because that's not a real name. How to Make Love, Weary Willie. I have no idea when this is from. This is probably mid to late 20s. Again, very, very clean, which is nice because dime store stuff, especially dime store country stuff, isn't always in great shape. Buddy Spencer, When the Mellow Mood is Shining. I have no idea. This is from the 30s. Rockin' Alone in an Old Rockin' Chair. I have no idea. It's probably good, though. Guy Massey, Roving Gambler, New River Train. I don't know if this is country. I hope it is, but it doesn't say guitar accompaniment or anything, so I have no idea. I hope it is country. Here's really early Gene Autry. This is Jimmy Rogers' song, Blue Yule No. 5. I have no idea when this is from. I remember finding this and assuming 30s for some reason. Because when I think Gene Autry, I think 30s. But I don't know. Left My Gal in the Mountains, Gene Autry. Shit. Return of Abul Amir. How do you pronounce his name? I like the first one. I like the first one that Frank Crummett did. I've never heard this before. So I don't know. Maybe it's good. The other side, I'm betting the roll on Romer. I have no idea. There was a Frank Crummett scroll that I really, really liked called Road to Vicksburg, I think. And he's just singing it with a guitar. And he sings like Oh Susanna, Camptown Races, just a bunch of really old Foster songs. I don't know what this is. It says Just a Cottage Small, which is, an old song. This is like a weird test pressing of something. I tried putting the Matrix. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I tried putting the Matrix into DAHR, but I have no idea what's on this. Who's on it? It may be John McCormick. It might be John McCormick, which would be really cool and envious. Even if it is John McCormick, because I would make it like an old Victor test pressing. I can't tell if it's acoustic, electric, or what. I need to do more research on it. Here's a Mellotone with Frankie Marvin on it. Cowboy Sweetheart. And then the other side is called There's Gold in Them Thar Hills. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is like... It's a Mellotone. It's from the 30s. I only have Mellotones with like the Who's Your Hot Shots on them. And I don't like those records that much. I've got a Chick Bullock, but that's pretty much it. Here's a Romeo that looks really, really nice. The Crow song, Witty Johns. Again, I have no idea. This could be a pseudonym. It looks cool. The Deserted Cabin. No idea. Probably 20s or 30s. I need to look into it. Here's Casey Jones by Billy Murray. I used to have the Collins and Harlan version, which was on Columbia. And my copy was beat to shit. But I still somehow sold it for $5 a few months ago to a very sweet old lady who she just adores vaudeville. She brought me some sheet music to see. It was awesome. It's ironic because Collins and Harlan are on the other side. Moonlight and Jungleland. Listen, I love Collins and Harlan. They're probably what got me into acoustic stuff. This has never been a favorite song of mine, but maybe I'll learn to like it now that I have a copy of it. It doesn't look that bad. I know this was originally issued in 1911, I think, 1910, 1911. But because it's on a Batwing, it's probably from after 1914. So I'm going to assume 1915, 1916. I have no idea. It could be from any point in time, really. The Pump Song by the Six Jumping Jacks. I feel like I had a transfer of this saved because I like this song, but I have no idea. It's a Light Ray Brunswick, and those are always cool when they have jazz on them. I'm not too familiar with the Six Jumping Jacks. So I have no idea, but whatever. Here's one I'm really excited about. Kim and Nyland on Rainbow. Your Mother Wonders Where You Are Tonight. And then I Will Shout His Praise and Glory. This is Homer Roadheaver's Rainbow label. I'm not too familiar with this label. I know that it's his label, and they only put out stuff acoustically, which kind of sucks. But um, I don't know. It's it has guitar and mandolin on it, so it's kind of like folky. So I dig that. It's a really clean record. I don't dig that actually. Pretty clean. Um, I really haven't dealt with rainbows before, let alone stuff that doesn't have Road Heaver himself on it. So I have no idea if they're usually clean or they're usually beat up, but it's cool regardless. I'm pretty sure Nora Bayes is on this. Yep. Singing the Blues, Nora Bayes, and then the Broadway Blues. This is from 1920. I dig Nora Bayes. I really like Nora Bayes. So that's cool. She's fucking awesome. Jack Shilkret Sometime. Okay. Yes, Sir, That's My Baby by Coon Sanders. It's Coon and Sanders. Carlton Coon and Joe Sanders, I think. I think I actually accidentally bought 2 copies of this. But one of them is really worn. This seems to be a lot cleaner, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other one. It's cool to have though. That was a big seller. Who Will Take My Place When I'm Gone? This is Emil Coleman. I really love the red Vocalions. I've already got like 30. There are a few more in here. Georgette by Emil Coleman. These are probably really nice sides. But I don't know. Here's another rainbow. The only other one I've got. This has Road Heaver on it. The Heavenly Stranger. Tell Me the Story of Jesus. I think I have him doing this on Silvertone. This has a ring on it, like a Columbia patent ring. So I don't know what's up with that. Did Columbia press these? I have no idea. I don't fucking know. The Navy Will Bring Them Back. This is Peerless Quartet. Here's Goodbye France. I was excited about finding this just because on eBay these would go for like 50 bucks, which I'm not paying for that. It doesn't look terrible. This is probably 1917, 1918. I have no idea. Oh, You Little Son of a Gun. Benson Orchestra of Chicago. I really like the Benson Orchestra of Chicago. I'm not sure if that was just a name that different groups used or it was a real group. But I really like a lot of those records. Cut Yourself a Piece of Cake and Make Yourself at Home. Oh, Paul Whiteman's on this. Okay. That's probably a great record. It's, again, kind of scratchy, but that's okay. Oh, Medley. Paul Beast. This... I'm not happy about that at all. I don't know where the other piece is. It looks clean, too. That really pisses me off. But, whatever. I got other stuff. Venetian Moon, All-Star Trio. This is Swanee. This is like... I don't know if Jolson did Swanee first, or it was these guys, or Gershwin himself. I know that in Canada, for some reason, a record with Van Epps and 2 other guys in Gershwin came out where they were doing Swanee, but this is different. This is very clean. Probably 1919, 1920. Yeah, 1920. Happy to have that. My Manny, Peerless Quartet. This version, I kind of like, actually. It's, I don't know. I like that version. Underneath Hawaiian Skies, Albert Campbell and Henry Burr. This is probably also 1920. These are all popular songs. I like that they came in these original Victor sleeves. There was a big stack of them there, but most of them seemed to be records I already had, so I didn't get all of them, but that's cool. This is Hot Time in the Old Town medley. Victor Military Band. I don't like this version at all. I actually really dislike this version, but whatever. Girl I Left Behind Me is on it. That's all I have to say about that record. Collegiate by the Revelers. I dig the Revelers. I dig Wilfred Glenn a lot. This is electric. You can see the little VE on it. At some point, the VE turned from kind of like an oval to a diamond. I think it was the mid-30s. I don't know when they got rid of them. And then this is I'm Gonna Charleston Back to Charleston, which is cool because now I have a version of Charleston, so I can play them back to back. Here's Boring, Fred Waring. That's How I Feel About You. That's her now. I have no idea. It's late 20s. I dig Fred Waring. I'll probably dig this record. Bellhop Blues, Al Bernard. I think this is one of his earlier sides. Although I could be mistaken. I'm not sure. You know what I mean, Al Bernard. There were 2 copies of this at the store. This was the cleaner one, if I'm not mistaken. I have no idea what year this is from. Probably 1919 or 1920. This is, I've never heard this, but I've seen copies of it. It's Al Bernard. I'll probably dig it. I hope I do. Behind Your Silken Veil, Yerkes Jazz Rainbow Orchestra. I dig Yerkes a lot. Roses at Twilight. This is from somewhere between 1919 and 1920. I need to kind of update myself on Victor catalog numbers because I'm not perfect on them. Wee Wee Marie, Pietro Diero. I dig Pietro Diero and Guido Diero a lot. This, of course, this was a very, very popular World War I song. The other side is Sweet and Pretty, which is a Creamer and Layton song, so that's cool. I'm pretty sure Collins and Harlan did this for Emerson at what would become their only Emerson session ever. And I've been trying to track down a copy, and they're just... Sorry, not their only Emerson session, their only 10-inch Emerson record that they ever put out. Because they did a load of 7-inch ones, and I believe a couple 9-inch. But yeah, they did this song for what would be their only 10-inch Emerson. So that's cool. And it's a Creamer and Layton song, so that's kind of exciting. My Love Parade, Majestic Dance Orchestra. Always great to have another Regal. This, of course, is electric, or at least I'm assuming it's electric. The Stein song, yeah, it's probably electric. They kept these labels into the 30s, I'm pretty sure. It always says copyright 1921 on them, so that's cool. To make sure my records don't fall back. Here's a very odd ethnic series, Columbia. I have no idea when this is from. I'm assuming probably 1908, 1909. This has Jolly Coppersmith on it by the Columbia Band. But then if you flip it over, it's some Polish shit. So I have no idea if it's like a specific recording, like it's a special recording they made of Jolly Coppersmith, or they just got lazy and took the master of that and they put it on the other side of this Polish record. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's cool. Dance California, Will Reitz. Is it Reitz? Reitz? I think it's Reitz. I like his stuff. He did a lot of like bells and xylophones, things like that. Buffalo News March. I know I have one by him where you can hear like you can hear the tone that they would play to tell orchestra members to get ready like they were recording. I have something like that by him with them on it. Very, very clean. All of these are very, very clean. Most of them anyway. I don't know. That's a good girl. This is Lou Gold. This is probably really good. Gone Again Girl. Lou Gold. No idea when it's from, but it's perfect. So Vincent Rose and his orchestra. Let's give 3 Cheers for Love from College Rhythm. Oh, Smith Ballard. Okay. This is probably really good, actually. Stay As Sweet As You Are from College Rhythm. I have no idea when this is from. Probably the 30s. Again, very, very clean. Ooh. The condition really, really adds up. When Francis Dances With Me, Billy Jones. This is from 1922, I want to say. Ada Jones did this for Victor. That would have been her last record. I had a chipped copy of that. I Want My Mammy, Irving Kaufman. Very, very early 20s, the Mammy songs. A staple. I'm Just Wild About Harry. I love Sissel and Blake. I fucking love Sissel and Blake. Unfortunately, this is somewhat beat. There's kind of a big scratch there. It'll probably play fine. The other side is Do It Again, which is a great Gershwin song. Great composers on both sides. Oh, here's a fun one. The Victor Radiotone Demonstration Record. Milton J. Cross, announcer. This was not in any series. It says D1A and D1B. These are from 1929, and if I remember correctly, this came out just after the stock market crash. So that's interesting. It's got some dirt on it that I can clean up very easily. It's very, very loud. It sounds lovely. Here's something rarer. Here's a Connerized record. These were Connerized piano rolls that I guess somebody wanted to just make records of these piano rolls, which I think is kind of strange because they were competing formats in the early days. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to have, though. This will go nicely in my, collection of odd labels that I really don't know much about. I would get another record out from that, but I'm too lazy to at the moment. I'm Climbing Mountains, Carol Shannon and Joseph Phillips. And this has Campbell and Burr on it. I remember the fellow at the record store said this was from the 40s. It's not. This isn't from the 40s. This is, so very clearly early 20s. Probably earlier, actually. I have no idea. It's clean. It's an okay. I don't have a lot of okays. Surprisingly. Yeah. Okay. Another Vincent Rose. What the fuck? Another Vincent Rose, Stay as Sweet as You Are. Let's Give Three Cheers for Love. Oh, these are also from College Rhythm. Actually, is this the banner I have? I have no idea. I'll figure it out later. It'd be interesting to have two copies of the same record on different Plaza labels. A Smile Will Go a Long, Long Way by Irving Kaufman with Ben Selvin. With The Lazy Daisies Grow. I'm into this. I probably don't already have this. I might, but I don't know. I don't care. Here's a Batwing, Poor Butterfly by Edna Brown. This is from 1916, 1917. Alice in Wonderland, Anna Howard, Harry McDonough. I think Anna Howard is Olive Klein or somebody like that. I don't know. That's cool to have. The only other version of Poor Butterfly that I have on Victor is the Victor Military Band version, which I really dig too. I was listening to that earlier, actually. That's funny. Here's another banner. Who's on this? Ooh, it's cracked internally. Turn on the Heat. Vic Randolph's and his orchestra. Alabama. This is 1928, 29, I think. I know Turn on the Heat. I think that's when it came out. Could have come out later. I don't know. Lou Gold, If I Had a Talking Picture of You from Sunny Side Up. I dig Sunny Side Up a lot. The movie, the song. Poor Little Russian Rose. Russia. Russia Italia. What is this? Oh, here's a version of Bye Blackbird by Lou Gold. The other side. She's a cornrod Indian girl? I have no idea. Something like that. 1926, I think. When did Bye Bye Blackbird come out? I don't know. Classic song. Here's Nathan Glantz with Arthur Fields. Love Me a Little Bit of Every Day, Nathan Glantz. Here's Honey. Okay, Campus Boys. I have a Campus Boys record called Is She My Girlfriend? I like that too. That's also on banner. Here's another perfect. Vernon Dalhart, Carson Robinson, Adeline Hood doing Oh Susanna. I'll Meet Her When the Sun Goes Down. Frank Crummett spelled with 2 M's. I'm not sure if that's a misspelling or... I don't fucking know. That's sick, though. I do like Vernon Dalhart a lot. Send Back My Honey Man. I love Ross Gorman's Virginians. I know everything about Ross Gorman's Virginians. Hot Lips by Paul Whiteman. Isn't this kind of desirable? It's probably a great record. He's got hot lips when he plays jazz. Nearing the end, kind of. Let's see. This is a German ethnic series, Columbia. Very, very clean. I listened to it on DAHR earlier. It's kind of good. If I remember correctly. I don't know. I liked it when I heard it. Okay. I ended up replacing my copy of How You Gonna Keep Him Down on the Farm by Arthur Fields just because the one I had previously was definitely played like many, many times. It had scratches on it. So this might sound clearer and louder, which I'm not opposed to it all. This is like a, ooh, very nice E minus, probably. It does have light scratches on it, which, I don't know. That's a classic record. That's like one of the best bat wings you can use to describe bat wings to somebody who doesn't collect them. Speaking of classic bat wings, here's a good copy of Dardanella by Ben Sylvan. I've needed a good copy for a while because every time I see one, it always ends up being really shitty. It's clean. So that's good. I love Dardanella. I think that's one of my favorite early dance band songs. Here's Yellow Dog Blues by Joseph C. Smith. I don't think I have this. Tulip Time. I don't have it already, so that's cool. Now on to 12-inch records, because I do have a few of them here. When You Wore Tulip and I Wore a Big Red Rose by the Victor Military Band. I've never heard this before. I love 12-inch records by them, especially when they're like one steps and foxtrots and shit like that. So I'll take anything I see, even if it's a song like When You Wore a Red, even if it's that song. Okay. I have no idea when it's from, but probably really good. Here's a Victor white label special pressing. I don't know what this is. Tristan and... I'm not going to try to pronounce that. It's a Wagner song. Okay. I don't know if this was released as a Red Seal Victrola or this was, privately pressed for somebody. I have no idea. But it's interesting, and that's what I'm here for. Gems from Pinafore. I think that's how you say that. Victor Light Opera Company. I haven't heard this, but it's the Victor Light Opera Company. I'll dig it. Part 1 and Part 2. There are a lot of songs in this show, I guess. Fairly clean, which is always nice. I really, really like the Victor Light Opera Company. Oh, here's Twisting the Dials by Billy Jones and Ernest Hare. This is probably the most exciting release out of everything I've gotten. I love Twisting the Dials. It's kind of like a weird satirical take on radio, what radio sounded like in 1928. So they have like a slide whistle, I think, making radio tuning noises, and it's just Billy Jones, Ernest Hare, and Dave Kaplan, and a few other people messing around and just making fun of every kind of radio broadcast that you used to be able to tune into. It's really, really cool. It's probably one of my favorite squirrels ever and one of my favorite Billy Jones and Ernest Hare records. So, what else? Pietro Diero Comedy Overture. Very, very hefty. Trieste. Something like that. Overture. Pietro Diero. Bridal Rose Overture. Pietro Diero. Stradella Overture. Pietro Diero. And then to top everything off, here's the entire RCA Victor Encyclopedia of Recorded Jazz, all 12 issues. I've been wanting the whole set for such a long time. And I'm pretty sure like the whole set sells on eBay as a lot, quite a bit. But I've never been able to get my hands on it till now, and I just figured, okay, they're $2 each. I can do that. I thrifted Volume 2 and Volume 7, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Volume 2 and Volume 7 in different colors. My copy of this was red and blue. A long, long time ago. And I fell in love with the music on them. James P. Johnson, Cab Calloway, Big Spiderbeck, Eddie Lang. Red Nichols, all the jazz greats from back then are on these albums. These are from 1956, I believe. The only LPs I bought. These will go nicely on my shelf. Just a lot of great names here. Cab Calloway, Bunny Bergian, Barbara Carroll. Just so many good people. Count Basie, Louis Armstrong, Buster Bailey, Charlie Barnett. A lot of good stuff. But that's everything. That's everything I got. Yeah, I just wanted to show them off. How do I